listening to Smooth Brains, hosted by Ethan Markle and Christian Ian Lane Fowler.
All right, what is up, you guys? Welcome to Smooth Brains. I am your host, Christian Ian Lane Fowler, and I am joined by my co-host, my partner in crime, someone I can say is truly a dear friend, Ethan Markle. Ethan, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I mean, it's a hot one today, but we're in this nice, cool closet recording this already award-winning podcast, and couldn't be happier.
I believe we won an award just based off that intro alone. What do you think of that intro?
That intro is why we got the award.
There you go.
Actually, it was everything that followed. Didn't get any recommendations or anything of that sort, but that intro got an award.
Is there a Streamy award for best podcast intro? Because I know they have a best podcast award. Do they have a?
Yeah, remember? Because we won last year and this year.
We won last year without having a podcast.
Yep, that is the case.
Is that how good we're going to be at making a podcast?
I mean, we're already that good.
Heck yeah.
I mean, those awards are right behind you, and boy, they're glittered with diamonds, and it's a sight to behold.
But yeah, what a beautiful intro done by a good friend of mine, Garrett Carter, GC on his SoundCloud. I'll make sure to leave a link for his SoundCloud in the description. Guys, welcome to Smooth Brains. We're going to kind of just give a quick rundown about what this podcast is really going to be all about, and then we'll kind of get into things that we want to talk about. Really, since I met Ethan almost a year ago, we just always vibed really well, had a lot of the same opinions, so we might as well talk about those opinions through a microphone for everyone to listen to and for everyone to get annoyed at.
Yeah. I mean, been looking for a platform for this. We've already annoyed all of our co-workers, so going to the bigger stage here and already winning awards, doing so. I mean, the intro did so, but we're following suit, surely, slowly too.
I love entertaining. That's just something I've always wanted to do, and I've tried different platforms. Podcast has been something I've been thinking about since I was younger, and my voice, once I hit puberty, finally, and my voice started to change. I was constantly told radio voice. I still don't hear it, but it's something I've been told, so this is pretty much radio. This is the new age radio. I can honestly tell you that I have 5 different podcasts on rotation throughout the week.
I have podcasts through rotation from time to time, but it depends because I'm usually always busy. But when I'm not, I'm listening to podcasts, and here we are. But I'm pretty jealous, I gotta say. You do have the voice for radio, while I've got the face for radio, which is...
Oh, don't sell yourself short.
I mean...
I've got the voice, you've got the looks. Deal?
Yeah.
Deal?
That's a deal. Folks at home, you couldn't see, but that was a crisp high five just given in the middle of this recording section.
But really quick, Ethan, if you don't mind, I'll say a few things that I want to come from this podcast, and maybe if you have other ideas, you can mention what you want. I want to, 1, entertain, 2, talk about my passions, because if I have a passion for it, someone else out there must have a passion for it as well. I would say it's going to be music, movies, misadventures, nonsense altogether. Something that me and Ethan share. We share a lot of interests, and a big one is music. I don't want this to be a music podcast, but I know that a majority of it will be. Him and me both love music. I love music. I listen to music. I can't play an instrument. I can't sing to save my life. I can't keep a beat at all. It's embarrassing. If someone had a gun to my family and said, "Hey, keep a beat to Africa by Toto," I'm saying goodbye to my family because I can't keep a beat.
That's a tough break.
So music's definitely something we'll be talking about, maybe what we're listening to. Vinyl hunting, we both love.
Without a doubt.
Both love record hunting, vinyl hunting. So that'll be something we talk about. What else did I mention? Movies. Other things that I'm interested in that maybe no one else is, but I'm going to speak my mind anyway because this is a platform for us to get things off of our chest.
Yeah.
What about you?
I mean, we're definitely in the same boat. There's a lot of passions that I have that I know that there's other people out there that are passionate for it. Anybody that knows me knows that I listen to a lot of music. I play a little bit, not enough to say that I'm good, but enough to say that I do play. And then I do listen to quite a bit of music as is. And although this is not a music podcast, there are musics that I do have to share to people. Things that there's a lot of artists under the radar. Like even specifically, there's a lot of female artists out there that are not getting the spotlight, while Cardi B has stolen multiple spotlights, and she's got them all on her currently.
Which is
totally good.
I like Cardi.
I like Cardi B, but I think she needs to share a little bit of that light.
Okay.
She's got a lot of light, and I think a little bit could go a long way.
Oh, okay. Well,
and even if it's just like a burnt-out LED that I'm giving that light to, I'm definitely going to. Definitely misadventures as well. That's a big thing. There's plenty of quote-unquote goofy situations that I've been in.
And that we've been in.
Typically with me behind the wheel, not like alcohol involved, but just like, we'll get to it.
We'll get to it.
Yeah, we shall. Definitely music's a big passion. And also, there's just things that I think are funny that more people should know about. Even down to simple names that people have.
You like just making fun of people. Well, that was harsh.
I mean, it's
goofing.
Having a goof. I mean no harm when I am goofing. But I go in with the goofs. I go in the goofs, you know?
Ew. That's... Anyway, something for this podcast that we'll have episodes maybe dedicated to certain things. We'll have... maybe if a certain album comes out, we'll give a whole episode just dedicated to us reviewing that album, or a movie,
or even just a recent concert experience.
We call ourselves the Concert Boys.
Yeah.
We have gone to concerts. We plan on going to future concerts.
But not to like Future the rapper, but
to... I mean, I'd be down to see Future.
Yeah, a little slop on my knob, but didn't hurt nothing.
Slop on me knob. That saved the album. No.
Kendrick wasn't anything until Future got on the track and said, slop on my knob.
Yeah. Kendrick and J-Rock are blessed that Future decided to just... What can you call that verse? We're talking about King's Dead.
For anybody that doesn't know that. But if you don't know that, look it up.
King's Dead off the Black Panther album. One of the best albums in the past few years. And
the second best line on that track specifically, and second best of the album as a whole, I'd say, was "I gotta go get it," and
I gotta go get it.
And it's a great track.
You had a video, like, what was it?
It is the whole song. I mean, not completely. It starts at the song, and as soon as J-Rock gets on the track and says, "I gotta go get it," they repeat it over for 10 minutes.
That's awesome.
And that's just how it goes.
I gotta go get it. 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 But for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Can we just edit me saying that for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to say it for 10 minutes.
Ooh, we can edit it for 10 minutes at least. I think we should go for the full hour, though. I mean, it's a podcast.
I gotta go. No, I'm not going to. Yeah. What were we even... we veered off again.
I mean, I think we've said who we are and what we're going to do with this podcast. I mean, it's not loose.
Concerts. We were talking about concerts.
Well, yeah, concerts, just in general.
Yeah. So we'll have episodes dedicated. I kind of want to do an end of the year celebration podcast, maybe where we like rank certain things, albums, movies, just anything. And then, anything that's going on in pop culture, that's definitely something. I have kind of a list of things that are going on right now in the world I definitely want to talk to you about, because I haven't talked to you about these yet, so I wanted to get your opinion and see what we can goof from it. Goof, I feel like, will be the our word.
It's already got a plaque for it, which that's behind you to your upper left, if you look.
Oh my god.
Yep, right.
How do you get these already?
See, that's the thing. We've been
at this podcast. Is that a box of tampons up there? It really looked like it.
I mean, that's a box of something. I don't know.
Or condoms?
Beats me. There's
You
a lot of
don't use
junk
condoms.
in this trunk.
Innuendo. Nice. Let me jump into my list of things that, something I wanted to reach out to you. Something that we'll be doing every episode at the end is what are you consuming? What are you enjoying? Maybe if you're really into a podcast, if you're really into a certain song or album, if you're really into a movie, TV show, whatever, at the end we'll kind of, say what we're enjoying, and maybe you listeners, you two listeners, will
I think
give it
there's
out.
only one, actually.
We lost one?
Yeah.
Halfway through?
I unsubscribed.
Well, thank you
Yeah, I mean...
for the sub, at least.
I mean, I just wanted to be in there just for the screenshot, and I dipped. Yep, couldn't stay.
So, yeah. What are you enjoying will definitely be something we might end every episode with, or we'll throw it in there somewhere.
At some point.
So, we were talking about concerts. I'll make this story kind of short because we want to dedicate an episode to it. We, a couple months ago, back in May, were supposed to see the 1975, my all-time favorite band. I have their box logo tattooed on my back. The 1975 is what, what Radiohead is to you. Mm-hmm. Your favorite band of all time.
Yeah, which I also have Radiohead tattooed to myself.
We are just two fangirls.
Two big sad people.
Two big sad people, because they are sad music.
Yeah, they are
Big sad.
both not big happy. In fact, I'd say that they are both big sad.
Yes. So I want to talk to you about this because we were supposed to see them in May at Colorado at the Red Rocks venue, the greatest venue ever.
That literally everybody says wonderful things. I'm finding out more and more. You said that the 1975 said that that's their favorite venue.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Bon Iver, the artist that has quite a few.
Is that how you
tracks.
say it? I thought it was
Yep.
just Bon Iver.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Bon Iver, or I don't even. I know. Definitely.
Bonerville?
That's how it was pronounced.
Bonerville.
Sorry, my bad. Anyways, Bonerville has the track Holocene, Forever Go, Skinny Love. Those are some of their big hits, or his big hits, I guess, because it's Justin Vernon. Either way, he just recently got back on tour and went to the Red Rocks, and I follow him on some sort of social media, and he couldn't stop raving about how much he loved that venue. It's really magical.
Yeah. And to make a long story short, they canceled because it snowed the day before, and they were driving through the mountains, and they couldn't because of the snow. We were there it was like our 5th day there already.
Yep.
And they canceled the day of the concert. We are heartbroken. I'm still heartbroken. But we did get tickets to see them the day before Thanksgiving in Grand Prairie, Texas. Nice little theater that they're performing in, so I like it. It's not an arena, so it's built kind of like how Red Rocks is, except inside and not beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful venue, but it's not Red Rocks.
Yeah,
if you don't know what Red Rocks is, look it up. It's majestic, to say the least.
It's what you'd see. I think it's like a perfect movie.
It's what if heaven had a venue. It's Red Rocks.
The only second place to that is in Pompeii, where Pink Floyd recorded. They had like a big live recording session, and it was beautiful. But
It's a real story?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's like a real thing. They did that. They had a big live recording. They played a lot of their early hits before or after Dark Side of the Moon. Either way, super pretty. And even then, with this classic, like 70s vinyls, the golden age of music, as boomers like to say, venue. And yet the Red Rocks blows it out of the water.
It's beautiful, and I wish we would have at least drove by and seen it.
Totally
We should have done that. I regret doing that at least.
Yeah.
Because I saw on Twitter that day people were tweeting from the venue, even though they canceled, they were still hanging out over there because you can roam if there's not a concert going on, and people that day, you can roam around because it's free to go in, unless there's a concert. So we should have definitely seen that.
Big mistake.
Anyway, we're seeing them the day before Thanksgiving. I'm excited. You're excited. I'm going to cry the whole time. Will you be crying the whole time?
I will probably hold back, and then they'll play a song and get me to open up.
There we go. So we're super excited. We live in Tulsa, Oklahoma, so it's only about a 4-hour drive, whereas in Red Rocks was, 11 hours?
Yep, and my car did not like that drive.
It did not. Will it like Dallas?
Oh yeah.
There we go.
I mean, it'll like any drive now because I had
You fixed
to.
it.
I
need to fix my car.
Yeah.
'Cause my car is dealing with what your car dealt with.
Oh really?
Yeah. Did I tell you that?
Well, I know how to fix it now.
Because while I was on the way to Dallas a couple months ago, it did the same thing. I was cruise controlling, and then it was like, no. So yeah.
Big yeet. I mean.
That's a take the L.
Yeah. Folks back at home, you can't see it, but an L just appeared, and boy, what a big one it was.
What a big one. So it will be an easy drive the day before Thanksgiving. So we'll get back Thanksgiving morning, like early morning. But what's funny is the 1975 loves to put us through hell. Emotionally, literally, just everything.
Even when they're not there, they
put us through hell.
Yeah, even when there's not on tour, they put us through hell.
And so then they're like, well, let's put them through hell a little bit more. The day after Thanksgiving, what if we showed up to the city you live in? They announced that they are doing a concert in Tulsa, where we live, the day after Thanksgiving. So, I guess I'm seeing the 1975 twice in 3 days.
I guess I'm already in too deep.
The 1975, eat some turkey, drink some gravy, 1975 again. But they did announce, like, their openers. They're adding a few more openers.
Yeah, I saw that.
Because in Dallas, it's just, I'm already forgetting the name, but I don't know these bands really.
It's Catfish and the Bottlemen.
Catfish and the Bottlemen.
And there's another one, can't remember.
Mm-hmm. But now we're getting, was Blue October for Dallas?
No, that's Tulsa.
Okay, so Blue October will be K-Flay.
Yeah.
And then Wildorado?
Yeah, Wildorado. Wildorado has one good track that I know of.
Okay. I don't know any of them.
They came to the Vanguard or somewhere just recently, or like about a year ago here, and I was invited, and I happened to miss it completely, which was a shame, because I got into them a week after they after they were here.
I don't think I'm going to buy tickets. I'm going to wait, because my birthday's next month. Maybe if someone buys me tickets, maybe a meet and greet if they offer them. If someone does that. And then if not, I'll get tickets like the day of. And I don't, like, because I'll be seeing them like a few days before, like it won't, like, I'll go see them. I'm seeing them a second time no matter what. They're in my city. I'm going to see them. It's my favorite band. I don't care if I see them twice in 1 week, twice in a 3-day span. But my urgency of getting a ticket will be closer to. So what a great music podcast.
But speaking of music, the other thing about that Red Rocks show, their lineup was so much better.
Pale Waves and No Rome. Oh,
it would have been so much more interesting. All the bands would have fit together.
No Rome would have come out during the 1975 set list and done Narcissist, which is a great tune, a great bop.
Would have been fantastic. But Catfish and the Bottlemen and whoever else.
Yeah, I'll have to listen to them.
I mean, they're
Let me pull up our tickets to find out who else is doing the opener.
They're just different sides of music. I mean,
yeah. Will you be seeing them again?
If I can,
would you go to the Tulsa show?
I would want to, but
do we want to go together, or do you want to like?
But
because I feel like that'd be a good date. Like if you were into a girl, take her there.
I mean, I don't have enough time to find a girl between now and then. I don't think.
Yeah, true.
I'd have to get out. I'd just have to get out, and I don't know. I like the indoors.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to look up who the openers are. This is just great podcasting right now. Swimmers.
Swimmers.
So Swimmers won't be Tulsa.
They've got a song, I think, "Lose It," if I remember correctly.
SWMRS. Yeah.
Swimmers. I believe.
There's no I and E.
I believe that I've got a song that I like by him.
I'm glad I know how to spell Swimmers. So that's definitely something. So.
Yeah, it's "Lose It." It's a bit of a bop.
God, what an annoying music podcast we're doing. We're not going to be a music podcast. And to move on to my next topic. Music again.
And on another note, this might be a little bit out of the blue, but I have got some music to talk about.
Oh. But this isn't a music podcast.
Yeah, this is a little bit off topic, and in fact, it's even off kilter from our just usual layout of podcasts.
Yeah, you know, they call you the bad boy of podcasts, and now I know why. It's because you don't follow the script.
That's why.
So, today was announced that Weezer, Fall Out Boy, and Green Day will be going on a huge tour together. Did you hear about this?
I did.
And Green Day is releasing an album.
Oh, didn't hear about that.
They already released the first single. It is called Father of All. The artwork for their new album, it reminds me of like a Deadpool dream. You know what I'm talking about?
Boy, it looks like a Deadpool dream and like
K-pop smeared in it.
Not
K-pop.
I was gonna say
Weeboo.
Somebody who just found out how to use Photoshop.
Yeah, but Green Day, I think, was the first really band I knew.
Oh, they're pioneers. I mean, they stand up there with some of the greats, but they've got greater album covers.
Yeah,
But
I'm excited.
That might just be the single cover too.
They're coming to Dallas. You know, depending on, maybe that might be something we want to do. Maybe I would be down to see Green Day. Weezer, I've never gotten into Weezer. Fall Out Boy, there's about a handful of Fall Out Boy songs I like.
What about Sugar We're Going Down?
Yeah.
Specifically.
Yeah.
We're going down. I don't know any of the lyrics.
But Green Day
So
mainly,
good.
I would just mainly want to see Green Day.
Yeah.
Because that's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool that they're just all three of them. Like, those are 3 heavy hitters.
The Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
No. Not when it comes to music.
No.
Or
definitely not.
real life.
Or, any of that. But there's 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So it made sense.
So let's try to run away from music really quick. I'm checking all of this on my phone really quick. Speaking of phone, iPhone 11. They announced the iPhone 11 today. The phone looks cool. The only weird thing is, have you seen it?
No,
There's
not.
The back of it is weird because they made the camera they added another camera, but it's in like a boxy looking.
Ooh, yeah, no, I did see that.
It's in like a boxy looking. Here we go. There you go. Describe what you're looking at here.
It's, I like those color schemes. They've got a nice mint one.
Will this pull you to get an iPhone? He has Android, by the way, and he drinks Trulies. Some people get that reference.
I'll have you know that Androids are phones.
Yeah,
Well,
are they barely?
No, see, the cool thing is I can completely change the layout and like the icons that they have and whether or not they have labels, and like I can fully customize the layout of the OS, which that's all I really care about. But since you do keep up with Apple's, I do have to ask, because I don't keep up, did they ever make an iPhone 9?
They didn't, no, because they went X and people were like, oh, it's a 10. And then some people were like, no, it's an X because it's the 10th anniversary. And then they now are at 11.
What numbers did they not add?
9. It was just 9 that they skipped.
So they had an iPhone 8, but no 9?
Mm-hmm. Weird.
9's a good number.
9 is 6. Flip.
Yeah.
I was going to try to think of something.
Folks back at home, you can't see, but I've got...
I can't wait for the iPhone 69.
Now, that will be a great day.
I hope it's literally like 2 phones just smushed together.
Like a flip phone, but it can come apart.
But it's just in like the most like weirdest way. It's 2
Like a
phones
yin and
69.
yang.
No, 2 phones 69.
Or that.
Yin Yang is the artsy version of what just 69 is.
Oh, and something I have continuously forgotten, but something I keep up with a little bit is guitar making and just guitars in general.
What a weird... segues are weird.
That was a beautiful segue.
Mm-mm. I've got like 4 more topics to hit, so...
Well,
but if you want to talk... But no, actually, I want to hear about this because this is what you want to do for a career. This is your passion. Speak your truth.
I will speak my truth. I'll find my journey.
Fair enough.
So, I currently dabble in building electric guitars. Not acoustics. There's a lot of technical stuff with that and a lot more skill. This lends itself more to creativity and imagination. And that's something that we'll probably bring up from time to time just due to the fact that I am keeping up with guitar stuff and that business. Because it's interesting because I also listen to a lot of music. I can kind of see certain bands are Fender bands that play Fender instruments, which is why part of the reason why I like the 1975. They use all Fenders. And same with Radiohead. They're a big Fender band, although they sometimes dabble with other guitars. But yeah, that'll be a point that I'll hit every once in a blue moon.
Yeah, I mean, it's something you're passionate about. So we'll definitely hit on it. Definitely for our music podcast.
Yep.
For our not music podcast. Let me see what else I'm trying to hit on here. just things that I don't know if you've heard about, because you don't really keep up. Like, I feel like I'm your, like, news sometimes.
Yeah,
I feel
you're
like
the news, but I keep up with the memes.
you keep up with only memes. Well,
Yeah.
did you see the White Claw shortage meme?
I did not.
White Claw, there's a shortage of White Claw. It's breaking my heart. If we run out of White Claws, you lose a co-host, because it's game over for me.
How do they run out, though?
It was the summer of the claw, bro. Everyone was drinking White Claws this summer. I was like, I watch like streamers on Twitch, Tim the Tatman, Courage JD, Ninja, all of them on Twitter and Instagram just pounding White Claws. And if you know who Tim the Tatman is and Courage JD, they're kind of bigger set guys, so they're really putting it away, and they make fun of themselves about it. So I'm not like bullying them or anything. Like, they listen to this and care. I put away the White Claws. I have some at home. I'm gonna have to go by my local liquor store and hope that they have more. If they run out, I'm heartbroken and devastated.
Man, if they run out of Trulies, I'll be...
That was the
Going
most disgusting thing I've ever had. One of the most. That was not good.
It was so okay, though.
But you got a free one, too, because
Yeah.
she accidentally opened one. Mm-hmm. She was like, here you go, here's a second.
Well, if they run out of Trulies...
You'll continue living just your life normally?
I will continue life so normally, but with drinks that have a few more carbs in them.
And have much more flavor.
Yep. Oh, they'll actually have flavor.
I'll go back to Mike's Hards and Smirnoff. Everyone that knows me knows I religiously drink those, but White Claws have taken over. So I'm definitely sad about that. Also,
and folks at home, you can't even see it, but he's got tears running down his face currently.
hard seltzer tears.
They are crackling down his face when popping because it is hard seltzer.
And it sounds like a crackling of a jewel.
Yeah.
Was that a good jewel sound? Some ASMR right there.
Yeah.
What else is going on in the news? Kylie Jenner on Instagram posted a photo of her naked. You see like the top of her butt, and she's holding on to Travis. They're going to be on Playboy together.
Wow.
Boys, it's time.
He went sicko mode.
Let's talk about your weird obsession with Sicko Mode, a great song. But you're about a year and a half late to the Sicko Mode
It
bandwagon.
might even be more than that.
I'm going to look up when Sicko Mode came out. Let's talk about your Sicko Mode and back to music.
So, I currently drive a white girl Jeep.
I mean, it has everything a white girl Jeep would have. Scrunchies, Starbucks, Vera Bradley bags, Kendra Scott jewelry. It's the most white girl Jeep.
And smell good stuff.
And a father's income.
Yeah. And the other thing on top of that, I've got those window things, the reflective sheets that you put on.
August 21st, 2018. You are more than a year.
Yeah, so it came out then, and
You are just now jumping on the bandwagon.
Currently, with my white girl Jeep, I'll have everybody know the bass in it is actually really good for stock speakers, and I am thoroughly surprised, although they are starting to blow out. But Sicko Mode is something that I play before driving anywhere now, because it's got the right amount of bass and variety, and on top of all the good things about that track, it doesn't have the hype anymore because it has been 2 years. Definitely has some hype, but not what it had. And then at the pinnacle of all the reasons I play that before any of the drives is at a certain point Travis Scott says Jamba Juice. And it sends me.
Do you not know the lyrics that like correlate with it?
Oh, definitely not.
You don't know what leads into Jamba Juice?
I don't remember. The Jamba Juice.
No, go for it. Go for it.
Hit my essay, the Jamba Juice, or something
Nope.
like that.
I'm trying to find it, but I know it's not that.
I'm pretty sure it is. I remember Travis Scott went on quote saying he felt really inspired when he said the Jamba Juice.
Where is it at? Do you know like how deep into the song is it? Is it early or late?
Ooh.
You listen to it once a day. Actually, multiple times. Every time you get in the car, it's the first song you have to play.
I'm usually just zoning out, waiting for Jamba Juice.
Why didn't you... Oh. Chase B mixes pop like Jamba Juice. Different colored chains. Think my jewelry really selling fruits.
Jamba Juice.
And we're back to music. We were talking about Kylie Jenner posing nude, and we somehow went back to music.
Well, we actually did. We segued into Jamba Juice, which is our next sponsor. Just kidding. But Jamba Juice, if you do want to sponsor us, I won't stop you because I don't go there at all right now, and that would change my mind.
I've never been to Jamba Juice. White Claw, if you want to sponsor us, holy hell, that would be amazing. I know there's a shortage, but we'll make you totally run out.
Yeah.
With all of our awesome ad reads for
No,
our
but really,
one listener.
how'd they run out?
I really don't know. I did see a picture of a frat house spending over $7,000 worth of White Claws. It's just this whole mountain stack of White Claw boxes. They did well. It was all mango and black cherry and ruby grapefruit, which are the three top.
Still yet to have mango.
Yes, you did. I gave you a sip once. Remember, I was playing Fortnite. You came over. I was finishing up a game, and I said, "Hey, try this." And you were like, "This is the best one."
And I don't remember that experience at all.
Okay.
I mean, I remember being there, but I don't remember the actual. I remember sipping it. I don't remember the flavor or how I felt. Usually, I at least remember how I feel about memories, but that no. I think I was pretty zoned out. It was like a Saturday or something.
Yeah.
I turn my brain off on Saturdays, all the way.
And Sunday. All days ending with a Y.
As long as I'm not at work, my brain is turned off.
Even at work. I used to work with you.
At work too. There are times when I turn it on and I let it breathe a little bit. Get that bad boy going.
Yeah.
Get those fryers revved up. But more often than not, I'm just chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool. Really just shooting some b-ball outside of school typically. And but then the thing is when I do that, this group of couple kids come up that are just up to no good, and they're often making trouble in my neighborhood. And then one time, I got in one little fight. My mom got scared, and she said that you're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air. And I said I didn't even have family there, and she just sent me on my way. It's tragic.
That's the peak of the podcast right there, is you reciting that.
I mean, if there are any lyrics to know, what better lyrics than the anthem?
Yeah. What else would you say you want to hit on throughout this podcast? Because I feel like we knocked it out, but I'm just wanting to know if there's anything else. Go for it.
Video games.
Video games?
Yeah, I don't think we even said that at one point, but that's a big portion of my life when I want to relax.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that I'm like addicted to video games. I can totally go days without playing it, even weeks or longer. But when I do enjoy them, I really enjoy them. I'm into competitive Rocket League. Whole lot of fun. Don't win as much as I want to when I play competitively, but I have fun, and my cars always look sick. So that's what really counts at the end of the day.
I'd be down to talk some video games. I only play Fortnite. I did just get Madden 20 and NBA 2K20. I know that you're just a huge sports nut.
Man, I love all the sports.
Yeah. So I'll be playing those a lot, mainly like the career modes and stuff. Because I like playing sports career mode games because I get to do something I could never do in real life.
Yeah.
I'm not good at I'm decent at basketball. I'm just tall. Football I was good at, but I never pursued it, and I regret it. Every football season, I'm happy because it's football season. I love watching football, but I get a little bit sad because I didn't pursue it.
You know, I used to love football as well. I was always really great at playing football, and I had a blast.
Weird flex.
But the only thing is I just had nothing in common with any of them.
Yeah.
I got too much hipster in me, you know?
Too much weeboo.
Too much weeboo, too much hipster, and too much not wanting to deal with that many people at a time.
Yeah, and then Fortnite's the other game. And I did play a competitive game of Fortnite the other night. I had 9 kills. I never once was weak. My health was never low. I was always in 100 green, and then the lowest I think I got was 18 shield. People know what I'm talking about. Yeah. I don't need to explain. Yeah. Everyone knows what Fortnite is. Even my mom knows the gist about Fortnite.
Wow. But you've got a mom who stays hip with the news.
My mom's cool. We have a weird dynamic. She's cool. She got me my first tattoo, and she's gotten a few tattoos for me. She let me watch. We would watch South Park every night together. She's cool, and I love her. But we do have a weird dynamic. There's just something we're not the same person. So sometimes we don't vibe well together, which I feel like the older you get, yeah. sometimes she posts memes on Facebook, but it's like mom memes, like, oh,
Like
like
with the
today.
Minions?
Yeah, dude, she has like minion pajamas.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. And frozen pajamas. But that's just mom. She today, I think, posted something about like, I prefer tacos over pumpkin spice. Fight me, bro. And then she said like, come get it. It would have been amazing. She's like, come get your boy. But she put like the flex emoji and then like a taco emoji, and I thought about just throwing my phone. I love her, but her social media is cringy sometimes.
Yeah, my mom will do the same, like on my birthday, because I don't live with my parents anymore, and I'm not always seeing them because I'm usually doing a million things, recording this award-winning podcast, and I mean it's kind of what have you. I'm super important, but anyways, all jokes aside, she sent me a picture on my birthday. Some gifts, I guess, actually, to be specific. One of them, I'll have you dissect this.
Oh, okay. So I'm low.
Yeah.
So it says happy birthday. If hopefully you don't like deal with like seizures or anything, because this could definitely give someone a seizure.
Definitely not.
In the middle, prominently, there is a DJ booth and a cat just going to town on it.
Yep.
I don't know enough about
Going wicka wicka.
I was
real
a wedding
cool.
DJ,
Like,
and I don't know the terms. And then there's a cat in the back with its hands in the air. I think those are glow sticks, so it's an EDM cat thing. And then there's another cat just swaying back and forth, looking left, looking right. And then there's a bunch of flashing lights, and it says happy birthday. My mom has never sent me a gift, and I'm so thankful.
And it's low resolution. And she also sent it with this one.
Oh, okay. So this one is Woody in Toy Story 2 when he's like hanging out with the other like Woody themed toys. Like there was shit.
There's Annie.
No, Annie's not it.
Not Annie. Cowgirl
It's
lady.
Cowgirl lady.
Horsey.
Horsey.
And Old Man Jenkins.
Old pervy man. Because remember he had the two Barbies with him in the
Yep,
box.
that's right. And he was so mean. That guy really should get arrested.
I don't know if it's your phone is gonna like transmit anything through the microphone, so I just want to like make sure.
Totally.
Anyway, the GIF is Woody like walking out of the box all like cool and then like flicking his hat. Relates nothing to the previous GIF or to Happy Birthday, but she did it, and I mean, I'm proud of her.
None of it all. She said, "Hey, old man, what time?"
Hey, old man. Every time you get older, hey, old man.
Yeah, she's like, "You want us to take you out for food?" And then sent me those two gifts after that.
Where'd you go to eat?
Oh, beats me.
I don't
I
know.
was like, more than a day ago. How the hell am I supposed to remember? I mean, how the dang old heck?
Yeah, easy, don't.
How the dang old flip am I gonna?
Yeah, easy, dude.
Heckin' remember that.
We got one kid listening, and he accidentally hit play, and now he's like, oh, wrong podcast.
Yep, and unsubscribed.
He gave us one, not even a star.
He disliked it, and then went on his merry way.
I'm really trying to like think through my brain other things that we're passionate about. I guess something want to talk about maybe sometimes for no one who will relate is New Japan Pro Wrestling. I love Japanese professional wrestling. Ethan has seen maybe clips I've shown him.
But I've liked all of them.
Well, good.
I mean, I went from Rey Mysterio and
He did have like a literally one like few months stint in New Japan. He was supposed to have a match, then he got hurt, then he didn't, and then a few months later he did like a really basic match, and it was nothing.
The most involvement I've ever had with wrestling at all is throwing the action figures when I was a kid and friends with other people. That was it.
When I was a kid, I don't want to get into like super sad stories, but there were points where me and my family were kind of having it tough. But I did have a box full of wrestling action figures. I'm blessed that my family provided like every Christmas and birthday, and my mom was cool when it came to like Easter. She would give gifts for like most holidays. So Easter would be gifts. And then Valentine's Day would be gifts, and it was always wrestling figures. So we were going through some hard times, but when I was a kid, I never realized that we were going through hard times because I just had this giant box of action figures, and that's my life. That was my life in that box, so I was happy. So I feel like sometimes my parents are like worried. Like I know my mom, she's just like, you don't love me, as all moms do when they get older and you get older and you're not around them all the time.
Yep,
they worry about that.
Oh man, I hear that all the time.
But for my mom to like constantly like bless me with like toys and Yu-Gi-Oh cards and all sorts of stuff, like those wrestling figures got me through a lot. So that's why wrestling is a big passion, because it got me through some hard times. So I might mention, a New Japan match that has just been amazing. Recommend. No one's going to see it. Not even like my roommates try to oh yeah, cool dude, whatever.
It's honestly the acting. If nobody's watched any Japan, I almost said Japanese.
Oh.
If anybody's ever watched some Japanese wrestling, it's pretty great. Honestly, it's really interesting, and the fact that they really go all in with each of the movements.
It's definitely it's not more entertainment. It's more athletic based. It's a sport there.
It's almost a dance. It's really well done, honestly. Super well choreographed. But to go back on the topic of toys, since we're at it, not to put somebody on blast, but mi old madre.
We're really talking about moms and music.
Yeah, but I'm putting her on blast this time.
Oh.
Back in the day,
nice
speaking
of
of toys, my mom, she was usually, she made sure that I was still entertained at the house, and I love her for that. There's one year, there's this small Lego. I was a kid. It was right around the time Episode 1 Legos were out, and...
Episode 1?
Yeah, of Star Wars.
Okay, Star Wars.
Yeah, sorry. Episode 1 of our podcast Legos were out.
Oh, yeah.
They were sick, sold out.
Sold out instantly.
Before they even made them. It was wild. Mm-hmm. But anyways, she's like, nah, we're not going to get it. It'll be there next time. And I was like, but it's been out here. Episode 1's already out of the theaters. It's been out for quite a while. It's going to go. Next time we were there, it wasn't there, and I remembered it. And then one year, my mom was like, well, what do you want? I was at that age. She was like, so what do you want? At this age, I don't even know what's going to, do you need something practical? Do you want a toy? What should I get you? And I was like, oh, I know. I'm sure you don't remember, Mom, but get me this Lego from 10 years ago. And I found a website online. It's
heck yeah,
eBay for Legos, and best present ever.
I need to do that for my mom because when it was Transformers 2, Devastator, a whole giant. Remember Devastator? He was the one that the different Transformers built, and he was
yeah.
He was the one climbing the pyramid in the movie, and he had the 2 wrecking balls for testicles. Really, just the.
I remember that
peak of comedy.
2 on the nose.
That's the funniest. That's the funniest thing that's ever happened.
I don't know, because in the first movie you've got Shia LaBeouf flexing his arm and pointing for Megan Fox, which
remember how attracted everyone was to Megan Fox.
Back then, she was the it girl. Move over, Jennifer Aniston, and whoever else.
Others.
Yeah, others. It's Megan Fox now, and then it's been 10 years since then, and so nobody knows who Megan Fox is.
There was a giant Devastator toy, you could have all the and it would come together and make him. And my mom knows how much I wanted it, and she was like, "There'll come a time." Spoiler alert: there was never a time, and now I'm gonna. Now I think I might force that.
That's another bonding moment. We've both been burnt by our parents.
Oh,
it'll be there next time. Oh, yeah. I remember when you said that last time.
When they're movie-themed toys,
yeah,
they don't last.
No, they don't. And this was a real cheap one. At the time, it was $5-10. That might be the box that you saw. It's somewhere in here. And
that one says that's the Beatles one, and that's the Exo.
Oh, no, it's somewhere else.
Yeah.
Well, at the time, it was super cheap, but because it was a vintage, unopened Lego, it cost $20 to $40 or something like that.
Oh, that's not that bad.
I mean, that's not that bad, but it's still for small Lego.
Yeah.
But my mom fulfilled it. She filled up her promise just 10 years later.
Good. Hopefully my mom get on that.
You just got to put her on blast. You find a link for it and you're like, yo, what's up? You remember that one time, Mom?
I asked my parents for everything. They're probably tired of me. This White Claw shortage, they're like, let's hope this brings him down. Super dark. Toys, maybe we'll talk about toys sometimes.
Yeah.
I would be down. Maybe I would love to go down memory lane of toys, trading cards, all sorts of stuff. Speaking of memory lane, a little addiction I've fallen into, you've watched me fall into this addiction over just the past few days, is merch. Whether it's concerts or just events, I've gotten real deep into merch.
Yeah.
This hat I'm wearing right now is probably my number one merch item. My roommates know if there's a fire and I'm not there, they go for this and that's it. Or this is priority number 1. Hopefully they grab everything. They just grab all of my stuff, don't grab their own things. And, all my stuff is safe. I'll be like, whoo.
Nice.
But merch talk would be something.
Yeah.
I saw you kind of rummaging through your. We are literally recording this in his closet because the sound is hopefully better. We'll find out.
And if it isn't, then
We'll learn.
We'll just have to kick rocks. But either way, we're surrounded by some merch,
So,
as it seems, and we've actually got some Hulkmania merch on the way.
you bought an old Hulkamania T-shirt, and I can't wait to look at. I can't wait to see you in it.
And it's in like an extra large, and so
No, it's just a large.
it was just a large.
Yeah.
It won't look too oversized. Take everything that I was about to say back.
I bought it. You paid for it. I went through the ordering process, but you did pay for
You
it.
went through the headache, and I went through the heartache.
That was a bar.
For folks back at home, that was another crisp high five. The second one given during episode 1. Wow.
yeah.
We'll be at 100 before you know it, and we'll give a celebration. I'm gonna
Episode 69 is going to be a big one for us. Episode 420, if we somehow make it that long. I hope not.
and then 42069 will be the biggest one.
Ooh, gosh. Wait, I mean, I do math. Yeah, 4,269? No, that's just
42,069.
I'm so bad. I've been out of high school for 4 years now.
I've been out of high school for 3 years now, and I wasn't mentally in high school.
I've never been in school, really, honestly, mentally. Throughout high school, physically, honestly. One of like my last days of school, the principal called me into his office. At my school, if you had more than 12 absences or tardies, you could not graduate.
Oh.
If you were a senior. He brought me in, and he was like, he explained the rule, like, hey, 12's the number. And I was like, okay. And he was like, well, you're sitting at 35. I was like, yeah, I'm a champion. Go for gold.
I'm a fucking legend. I mean, I'm flipping. I mean, I'm a fudging legend.
There will be some cursing we're going to try to hold back, just based off good taste, but I mean, they're just words to me.
Yeah.
So he was like 35, and I remember my initial reaction was like stick my hand up for a high five. Like, yeah, up top. But he told me, he was like, because you were so involved at the time, I was the high school mascot. I was doing the morning announcements. I was in theater doing all the shows.
And stuff actually happened at your school.
I was on the soccer. Did I already say soccer team? I was on the soccer team. I hosted the talent show and organized that. I did a lot for the school except actually learn. So he was like, because you were so involved, it's all right. We'll let you pass. We'll let you graduate. You did, you passed somehow. And yeah, so I was able to barely get by through school. So mentally, physically, I was barely there.
Man, I was physically there. I rarely had tardies, but I had no family there. It was a small town school. I was not an FFA, and I wasn't on the football team, and I wasn't on the basketball team, but I was on the swimming team.
We don't even have a swimming team, and we're a big school.
Well, the thing is, we had to drive to another town to practice.
I don't think we had a swimming team, not that I know
And
of.
on top of all that, there was only 4 people on the team at the time, pretty much, and they hated us. Even when I went to state in high school, in sophomore year, I placed 10th in the state in the 50-meter sprint, and as a sophomore against seniors. And they
Flex?
Yeah. I mean, I'm flexing now because they didn't care. And I had straight C's and pretty big, ugly grades. And they're like, yo, you need to get it together, dude. Otherwise you won't, get through. And I was like, hey, but swimming star. And they're like, don't care, don't matter. You're not raising cows or throwing the football and tackling people, so why would I care? I was like, Drat, you got a point there.
But you were good at swimming?
That was good.
Nice. I don't think I know how to swim. I just stood my whole life because I'm super tall.
Yeah. I actually did swim, yeah.
Nice.
And it was in the water, in case anybody was guessing.
But, guys, I really think when it comes to everything that we're wanting to talk about with the podcast, it's mainly those music, movies, interests, misadventures, pop culture. But speaking of misadventures, maybe weird, goofy, wacky things have happened to us. I know that you have been just on the edge of your seat, chomping at the bits to tell me.
My knuckles are white on the arms of my chair, currently.
You have just been dying to show me this list. What list is this? What is this list about? Please, teach me, tell the audience what are we about to experience right here?
So I currently work in the wedding industry as a DJ and event planner. And so in my time working there, I have found quite a few funny names. I'll change the first names up just a little bit for the safety of them, so you guys don't go on, blasting them.
Yeah, just say the last names, and then
No,
if there's a funny first name...
The first names can be funny. It depends.
If they have a funny first name and last name, say it. But if they just have a funny last name, just do the last name.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Also, I hope these aren't, like, real, are they? These are real people?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
These are real people. Their parents really misspelled their names and named them incorrectly. And also, keep in mind, we are just goofing and gaffing, or at least I am and will be, without a doubt. But no harm to these people. This is something
We'll
they
see
can't
if I
change.
think it's funny.
Honestly, I bet that these are great people for the most part. No harm to them. But we're going to start things off right here with the first one being the last name Gooch.
Oof. Wait. I had a teacher in high school with the last name Gooch. The Gooches. That's rough.
Oh, man.
That's-
And at a school?
At a high school.
Oh.
I don't. I feel like everyone never said anything to him because they were kind of scared because he was a teacher. But behind his back, everyone was like, Gooch.
There was a band director at our school for like a year whose last name was Smolinski. And
Nice.
he was a really small man. He was a petite man. He looked like he fit in with middle schoolers. I mean, he was short. He was shorter than most of the people that he taught, if not all of them. And his name was Smolinski.
Smolinski.
Yep. And then keeping things up here a little bit, we've got Fat as a last name spelled with a PH.
PH.
For style.
Fat.
Yeah,
Fat.
Fat. Here's another one coming at you live. Sarah Muffley.
Oh. Remember how we said not the first names? And
Oh,
then
this
you
was a new one. This was a different new name, or first name. I just wanted to be known that it was a female whose last name was Muffley.
Okay.
As that must have been very difficult through high school, and why not change the last name? I mean, some. Just
Well,
for
she's
the-
getting married, so.
Oh yeah, that's right. She won't have it for very long. And then coming in hot, we've got Omega as the first name of a
Awesome.
officiant,
Superhero.
or hear me out, Transformer.
Transformer. Omega Con? I don't know.
Omega. Then another one.
What would Omega transform into?
I feel like a
A Tesla?
no, just based off of this background, I feel like it would be like a hearse. He was an officiant, so like
That would be
religious
so.
stuff.
That would be. Hearses aren't like considered
I mean, there's like yeah. That was,
because of funerals.
excuse me, I've already got an Oscar in the mail for that joke, so back off. And then bringing things in a little bit, Fister, Pfister,
Fister.
Fister.
Fist her.
Then we got Hans Han,
Hans Han. Like Hans Gruber.
like Hans Han, or Hans Gruber.
Don't say Hans Gruber. You haven't seen Die Hard. I'm still
That's
pissed off
right.
about you
Yeah.
with that.
Or Tessa, but guess how it's spelled? Throw out any guess.
Tessa. Is it just one S?
Even better, it's just one S, and it's spelled I-A. T-E-S-I-A, and the I is supposed to be silent. Tessa, instead of Tessia.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I hate her.
Julie, you want to know how that's spelled?
Is it like Jewel? J-U-U-L?
No, but
Why?
that would be sick.
That'd be so awesome.
That would be rad. No, it's spelled with two E's instead of an I-E. Julie.
Julie, yeah.
Yep, it's a rough one. And then we got just,
These are all pretty PG so far, except for Fister and Gooch.
well, we've got plenty to go. We got some, we're just ramping things up as we go here. Tomer, boom.
There's no way no one in school when he was a kid, like, they had to have called him
I
Toomer.
know, in most of these names, it's like, are you, really? How was your high school experience? These people have to be either bitter or grown stronger because of it, which, hopefully, or they themselves have become the bully.
No.
Little plot twist there, which would
Oh.
probably only add to the fire.
That's how it usually goes.
Yeah. Tough break. Then bringing things back in here. Do You Wanna, spelled D-U-J-U-A-N-N-A.
Do you wanna?
And I imagine that it's pronounced as an H. So Do You Wanna? Great. Real banger of a name there. Truly can't get any better than that. Oh, wait. It totally can. Here are the last big ones here, being Brooke Brooks.
Sounds like a country singer.
Does, but
There's a lot
also,
of country singers. There's some, at least. Use their first name.
Oh, yeah.
Brooks.
Then there's Nutgrass as a last name.
Ugh.
And then on top of all of these, without a doubt, there's Mike Rape.
That's. Should we give it a medal for winner? Mike Rape. That's all the rapes. That's awful.
The Rapes.
And Mike, it sounds like might. Like, hey, Mike Rape. Ugh! Gosh, that's cringy. That's bad. Congrats.
Yeah, bravo to him, but he is going to have to take a close second to Trevor Auschwitz.
Oh, fuck. That.
Yep. Yep. Imagine in school going over.
Oh, no.
At some point, you can't just go and live a life without having that brought up at some point.
I was in the Diary of Anne Frank. Imagine if he was, and in the program, his Auschwitz is just hidden in that program.
Woo!
The actors. Oh, that's
Real
number
tough
one.
break.
Never mind. Mike Rape really. I thought Mike Rape was the number one seed, and then an underdog out of nowhere came up and just took him down.
Yeah, and it's wild. I don't have such a wild last name. I mean, it's weird. But I've even thought about changing it. I could totally change it to something cool.
Mm-hmm.
These people haven't changed their last name, and
Yeah.
or they changed it to that.
Is Auschwitz getting married?
No. Not at all.
So Auschwitz will be the family name?
Yep.
It is a wedding, though, right?
Nope.
Oh, it's not a wedding.
No, it was like a corporate get-together or something of the sort.
Oh.
Yeah, and he was like a manager, too. So,
The Auschwitz Foundation. Oh.
or if he was just a manager level, Mr. Auschwitz as the manager, you can't imagine that guy, you'd immediately think, oh, I don't want to get interviewed if Mr. Auschwitz is about to interview, he's going to be mean.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, he wasn't that nice.
Wow. Well, keep us up to date with funny names.
Oh,
Right now, Auschwitz is number one of the worst names ever.
It's going to be really tough to pass up, that.
We know who second place is. Maybe someone could take second place, but right now the undefeated champion is Auschwitz. I'm glad that you shared that. I'm glad that I know that you've been wanting to share this list with me, and I love that I heard it, but I also regret hearing it.
Yeah, it's tough, and now everybody gets to go home and think about all these people that had to live their lives with these.
I thought my last name was bad because it sometimes sound like flower, but now
No,
it's not.
I don't know. Mine sounds like Sparkle
Or marble.
and Marble, and people are like, ha, Markle like Sparkle. I'm like, ha, yeah.
Oh, I always thought it was like Farkle, like the game.
Game Farkle?
There's a game called Farkle. It's like a dice game.
Well, that's going to be part of our dice.
That'll be our dice episode.
Games, yeah, our dice episode, just
Hey,
about
look-
dice.
Yeah, make sure to look forward to future episodes. We do have some in plan. We have like I said, a year in episode. We'll do.
Which we aren't going to record any episodes between now and the end of the year.
So there's just a mystery.
Yeah, and it's just going to be a year-end episode where we wrap up all the
Mm-hmm.
episodes that nobody got to hear.
Yeah, we haven't talked about a format of how many episodes we'll if we'll do one a week, if we'll do 2 a month, how we're going to do it. I personally would prefer 1 a week. That's just how most podcasts are always made. We are going to do a podcast dedicated to seeing the 1975. We'll probably have to record it after the Tulsa show just in case. I plan on seeing it. If you plan on seeing it, maybe we can compare the two
I totally plan.
experiences.
But the bank account has to say it's okay
Mm-hmm.
first, and my bank account's real stingy.
We might do maybe an after dark episode where it's just we're had a lot of the booze in us, a lot of the alcohol, a lot of the White
Hey, we can do
Claws.
that tomorrow if you want.
Just back-to-back episodes. No,
I'm
it's
just
on
joking,
a
guys.
week.
I'm not an alcoholic.
Anyway, but yeah, like after dark, I feel like that would be fun where we just shoot the shit. But really, guys, that's when it comes to future. That's what we're looking at. and more things will come, more ideas will cross our minds.
Yeah. We'll keep everybody updated on everything, episodes and all.
We are right at an hour.
I think that's a perfect
That's
wrap-up
59
point.
minutes.
We can end things with a good joke.
Let's do shout-outs and then jokes.
We did have people helping out.
Yeah, we got to give props to a lot of people, like a few people, not a lot of people.
Yeah.
First off, props to us. We made this podcast.
And we've already won so many awards. And it's wild to me just how much critical acclaim we've gotten at this point. The support's been unreal for all the people that knew about this before it was a thing. Wild.
Yeah. Big thanks, once again, to Garrett Carter, my good friend GC, for that sick, beautiful intro. He has a SoundCloud. He has a lot of music already out, and I know he's working on some. He's thinking about dropping an EP soon. I know he's working on that. That is something I am enjoying.
Yeah.
We also forgot to, shame on us.
Yep.
What are we enjoying? We're going at, what if every episode we did an hour and 9 minutes? Because that would be 69 minutes.
I'm not opposed.
That would be awesome.
Folks back at home, you heard it here first.
We are changing the script.
69 minutes every time.
Okay, so what am I listening to right now? Post Malone's new album. That is best Post Malone album. Take What You Want From Me, featuring Ozzy Osbourne and Travis Scott. Best Post Malone song ever. It's fantastic. All three of them work so well together, and you wouldn't think it.
Yeah, it was.
But then after listening to it, you're like, of course they work well together.
Yeah.
It's a great redemption story for Travis Scott and Post, because the other song that they've done together was on DJ Khaled's album, and it was rough.
Yeah, that is a real tough break.
Yeah.
Cankle's busted in that one.
Do we want to, how would we like to do this? Maybe like I list off my things, you list off your things, or we go like one at a time back and forth? I like one at a time back and forth. Yeah. So there's Post Malone.
And mine here, I've been listening to Marlon Williams' album Make Way for Love from 2018. Really under the radar guy. He's got a very swooning like 60s, 50s voice. The way he sings, his like timbre is just really, really nice and low and soothing. Very moody album, but it's got some great tracks if you want to get into him some. Beautiful Dress by Marlon Williams. Great track. Very, very pretty and uplifting. But be ready for a little bit of Big Sad out of that album.
Okay.
Because it's a slow, low... It's like you've been in the hot in a bathtub and it's gotten cold already and you're still in there.
All right. Nice.
Yeah.
Somebody You Love. That is one of my friend Garrett Carter's song. I just played it with you before we actually started recording. Yeah. Fantastic song. I'm so proud of him. He is working his butt off. I know how passionate he is about music when it comes to making music. So definitely listen to that. SoundCloud, Somebody You Love. Actually, a few YouTube channels have actually like played it. Like there's YouTube channels that like showcase up and coming artists.
Well, it makes sense because his production quality is on point, and honestly, again, we're not going to be able to follow it.
He's the podcast.
Yeah,
it's him.
He is the podcast, and after we get on, everybody tunes out, as we do too. So it makes sense.
Anything else you got?
That's about it.
Okay, I got a few more. I'll take the reins. People by the 1975. Their new single from their new album coming out in February. We'll definitely have to do an album review episode for that. That'll be awesome. People proves that the 1975, anything they do turns to gold. It is a really, they pulled from their inspirations of when they started. They started in 2002, and that was the sound when it came to rock music. And
they did such a clean, well put together job of it.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited to hear that live twice in a few days span. The music video, also awesome, just that animated box that they're in. There's a shot of them all wearing yellow and it's like slow motion, then all jumping, and I just want that as a giant painting in my room. It's beautiful.
Makes sense.
I think really that's it of everything I'm really just that's on my radar right now.
And I almost completely forgot, but Sicko Mode, that track by Travis Scott, I've been listening to that recently.
Oh, okay. We saw Travis Scott live.
We
heard that song live. That was the last song he played.
Yeah, it was actually really great. That was
a great concert.
Pleasantly surprised.
Got a lot of merch from that.
a lot by a lot of money's worth of merch.
Well, okay, yes, I did buy a hoodie and a shirt, but now that we looked, and the shirt that I got is now reselling for like $700.
Yeah, that was a real investment. I wish I had done that because I would totally sell it.
Who knows what the hoodie's even reselling for?
Oh, man.
Because that hoodie's sick, because it's all like stitched in, and then there's a "Wish You Were Here" stitch on like the most random shoulder blade side of the hoodie. Like no one would ever put something there, but he did, and it's amazing. And then it has the tour dates.
Yeah,
of course. But really, that's everything I'm consuming. I'm enjoying. That's everything eBone is consuming. So, guys, now we'll do those shout outs. If we do 69 minutes, we gotta milk 5 more minutes or 4 more minutes. Here we go.
Well, folks, it's not ending yet. This train does not quite have brakes.
Astroworld is still open for business. Nice. So shout outs once again, Garrett Carter for that intro.
Great track.
SoundCloud. His link will be in the description. Who else do we need to shout out?
Definitely my old roommate Sam. He's the one who's got all this recording equipment, and
helping us kind of put it all together, showing us how to produce everything. Really,
he actually has a SoundCloud as well. He makes quite a bit of music.
Okay.
Definitely getting better by the day.
Yeah.
Really cooking up some interesting stuff.
We'll put his description of his SoundCloud link in the description. Also, that beautiful Smooth Brains logo made by my good friend Clayton Yaukberry on social media. I might throw on his Twitter. He always does random photoshops. I remember one time I have a huge female celebrity crush on Iggy Azalea. I don't know why I added female. Well, I have some male celebrity crushes, but like to an extent, like Harry Styles.
Makes sense.
Maddie Healy. But Iggy Azalea, I'm in love with her, and he once photoshopped a picture of me and her together. I'll have to show you sometime. It's
nice.
I love it. So I'll throw maybe his Twitter into the links. We'll also throw our Twitters, and then also we have Smooth Brains has a Twitter. We cooked up a Twitter page for them. So for us. So follow Smooth Brains. It's Smooth Brains Pod on Twitter. Everyone's links will be in the description. Guys, we are still trying to milk it so that we can get to 69 minutes.
And we will.
We have 2 more minutes. Anything you want to talk about for 2? This is where everyone's like, I'm out.
Well, I will say, since I did put my mom on blast, I do want to make a little note. Although you guys don't know her, she didn't raise a quitter, and we're going to make it to 69 minutes.
I hope that's what she wanted you to be.
Without a doubt. My
She's
mom
like,
has always said, I'm so proud that I didn't raise a quitter. Although I have quit at quite a few things. But she's like,
we're not going to quit on this podcast.
No,
we've worked really.
Not.
Us, me, you, Garrett, Clayton, Sam. Everyone's worked really hard for this to get up and running. I'm proud of everyone.
And that intro, you would almost think
this is a real podcast.
You would almost think that not only is this a real podcast, but we've been doing this for decades, because we're Mark Maron, and this is whatever his podcast is called, and we got great intro stuff.
And when you even click on the podcast and you see that logo already, climbing up that mountain, hear that intro, hear the quality of our voice, like the sound the production quality. And then we start talking, and it goes crashing down.
It goes crashing down like a roller coaster. It's going up. It's like chuk, 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 chuk. And then the track hits, and then it goes up pretty quick, and then it stays up there. And then once it ends, it starts to go down. But then we start talking, and it flies down, and everybody's like, "Whoa! Oh my God! My arm's in there. What is going on right now?" And it's the podcast. That's what's going on.
I want to say really quick, guys, thanks for listening. We're going to improve. We're going to get better. Just give us time. Thank you so much for listening. Smooth Brains Pod on Twitter. Ethan, anything to say? We're wrapping up in a few more seconds.
We'll catch you on the next one, guys.
All right, everyone. Peace.